Welcome back. A new exhibit at the Israel Museum that shows over a century of Israeli clothing, but also bridges history and technology to create an interactive experience for visitors. Erica Jackson has more.
A new exhibit at the Israel Museum in Jerusalem tells the stories of people living in Israel through their clothing. Fashion Statements, Decoding Israeli Dress, showcases 150 items of clothing, bringing to light the inspiration of a century of Israeli fashion, including how Israel's climate, land, and geography impacted the choice of clothing, with iconic pieces such as this unique coat, which was first designed by Finny Leitersdorf in the 1950s.
It is inspired by the Bedouin tents and the colors of the desert, and also by traditional men's clothing that were in this area.
Another part of the exhibit showcases the different ideologies of people through clothing associated with the kibbutz movement, which still influences some designers' fashions today.
It is usually identified with people who came here already in the 20s and 30s of the 20th century, and they had a socialist views, and working was a very major part of their ideology.
The exhibit also examines what it means to be a designer in today's Israel, including new technologies and challenges, and showcases a garment from fashion designer Dana Cohen's City Growth collection, which drew inspiration from colors in NASA photographs, showcasing changes to land and its people.
The collection is concerned with the overtaking of agriculture plots by the process of urbanization. Cities grow so fast in the last few decades, and we are losing the agricultural fields. As the daughter of a farmer who experienced this process firsthand, I become especially sensitive to this issue.
But the exhibit also aims to provide an interactive experience, allowing visitors to make their own fashion statement using the Zekit app. The app is simple. You get your picture taken, scan a barcode, pick out your outfit, and you can virtually try on clothing at the exhibit.
Clothes, not like art, are supposed to be worn. Yeah? They're not really supposed to be on pedestals. They're supposed to be worn. They're supposed to be interactive with the people that wear them. And this is another way to bridge that gap.
Israeli fashion history made accessible through technology. Reporting from Jerusalem, Erica Jackson, I24 News.
All right, if you seek it, you will zeek it. Founder Yael Zivel is here live to talk more about why her 3D clothing solution makes you feel like you are stepping back into time, as we just saw at the Israel Museum. We're very happy to have Yael here with us. Hello, and
Hi,
welcome to the show. First of all, we were talking in the break, and you have such an interesting background. It's not that you're a fashionista; you're actually a real engineer who did this type of stuff in the Army.
Right, so we made it for military-related technologies and systems. I'm an electrical engineer, and with my other two co-founders, we used to work and develop technologies for mapping, actually topographical mapping for military purposes. And one day we had a kind of a eureka moment that actually the human body is just like a topography, and just like we used to cover topographies with maps, actually we can analyze the human body as if it was topography and cover it with clothing items picture, just like we've done with maps and topographies. So that's how we've started.
It's funny, everyone asks why is it the startup nation? It's like always because it starts in the good ideas seem to start in the Army.
Right, we always say that the regular path of innovation starts from the Army, then gaming, and then it goes to the regular use.
So tell us kind of how it works and how this kind of complements the Amazons and the other, online retailers.
So when we look at e-commerce generally today, e-commerce gets wild. It gets so big. It gets into all the categories. It becomes so easy to buy books and iPhones online, but clothing items, it's still very hard to purchase.
I still don't like to buy it online.
And we all miss that component of having that mirror, right? To be able to see ourselves with the items.
And feel it.
Exactly. So that's exactly what Zekit, the company, I'm the CEO, and we have an office here in Tel Aviv and in New York. We're doing. We've developed a technology that lets any shopper to virtually see themselves dressed up with any clothing items that is just sold online somewhere. We're connected to more than 250 brands and retailers, including Amazon, Farfetch, and we give services for virtual dress up for retailers like ASOS, Uniqlo, And that's
Uniqlo too. So how does it work? Like, what's an example? If I'm a shopper and I want to use it.
So you can take just a single picture, just like we saw that can be done at the Israel Museum. You're striking your pose, and then the technology analyzes your body. And from the endless inventory of items that we have on our platforms, it can be either the Israel Museum platform or our app, the Zikit app. You can virtually see yourself dressed up with clothing items. You get size recommendation. If you want to purchase that item, we redirect you to the purchasing page.
I love this. A smart idea. And a female electrical engineer. I love it. How amazing. And really, best of luck, and what an honor to be in the museum for such a cool exhibit. We interviewed a person from that exhibit, so it's really fantastic.
We love the fact that the museum actually connects the past, present, and future.
I love it.
So that's the Israel components showing the future of fashion. So it really connects everything.
Amazing.
We're excited to be part of that project.
Congratulations again. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.